Today we are going to see most commonly JavaScript coding related interview questions. You can see we have 10 questions and we will solve all the questions one by one. So in the first questions there is the reverse string. So in the first question we will reverse any string, okay, and in the second questions we will add any number into the array, okay, and in the third questions we will remove any number from array on the specific position, and in the fourth position we will merge two array, okay, and in the fifth questions we will sort any array, and in the sixth questions we will find the duplicate number from array, and we will also calculate how many times it is repeating, okay, and in the seventh questions we will sort our array according to the ascending and descending, okay, and in the eighth questions we will find even and odd number, okay, and in the ninth questions we will find the largest and smallest number from array in specific position, and in the 10th question we will see how we can use anagram and palindrome, okay, and we will check the string either it is anagram or not, or palindrome or not, okay. So let's start with the reverse string. So I'm going to solve this first. So this is the VS Code editor. I'm going to use this editor here. Suppose we have a string, okay, we have this string Amir Rahi, okay, and we want to reverse this string, okay. So the first letter will be I, and then H, then A, and then R. So this way it will be so, okay. So I'm going to reverse this string. So for a reverse string we will have to use for loop here, and we will use this data here, okay, and here we will take one more variable, with this variable we will concatenate each word from right side, okay, when it will be executed. So okay, we will execute from last, okay, from here to here, okay. So we will execute from here from I and to the A, okay. So instead of 0 we will use data dot length -1. So the current position will be I, okay, and we will execute till it reaches to 0 or equal to 0, okay, and here we will use minus minus, so it will be okay. So it will execute from end to start, and now here we will use reverse string, and then we will use plus equals to, so it will concatenate every time each word like I, H, A, R, and it will save into this reverse string, okay. So here we will use data I, okay. So this will provide the proper word, okay, like I, H, A, R, and we are saving inside this reverse string, okay. Now I'm going to use console.log to check this reverse string, okay, that what is the output saved here, okay, and now I'm going to execute this query. So you can see my string is reversed, okay. So the first letter is I, then H, A, R, and then R, I, M, A. You can see here, okay. You can reverse any string. So now I'm going to reverse this. So just execute this query again. So you can see it is also reversed. Okay, you can see here. So our first question is completed. Now I'm going to move to next question. So our next question is how we can add any number into the array into a specific position. Okay, suppose we have a array. Okay, add any number. Okay, so we have also a number. Okay, new number, if we have a new number 4 and we want to insert on any specific position, okay, into this array, and we will also have some specific position where we have to insert this new value. So here we will take one more variable, that will be the position, and like if you want to insert 0 1 2, okay, so you can define any position. Here I am taking two position. Okay, so instead of 7 I'm going to add this new number, that is 4. Okay, and the 7 will be shifted to the next position, and 8 will be nexted to the 7 will 7 will shifted to the next position, and 8 after that 7, and 9 after that 8, and then 6 after that 9, and 7 after that 6. It will be shifted. Okay, and 4 will be shifted to the second position. So now I am going to execute one query here. I am going to write one query here. So let I equals to 0, I is less than this. Okay, data dot length, and then I plus plus. Okay, and here we will check this position and this position. Okay, so if our current position is greater than or equal to this position, okay, where we are going to insert the new value. Okay, so here we will use this position. If this position is greater than this current position or equal to this current position, then it will execute the query, otherwise it will not execute the query. Okay, so if the position is equal to 2 and or greater than 2, then we will shift all the numbers from to the next position. Okay, so we are going to shift this 7 to uh, this next position in the place of 8, and 8 will shift to the 9, and 9 will shift to the 6, and 6 will shift to the 7. Okay, so this way it will work. So I am shifting all the data to the next position from this position. Okay, if it reaches to this position, if our current position is this position or greater than this position, then we will shift all the numbers to the next position. So here we will use data. So this is the current value. Okay, and we are going to so this way we can define our next position. Okay, next position data, so we will get the next position data. Okay, so in the next position data I am going to save our current position data. Okay, and here we will check if I is if the current position is equal to this position, okay, if it is equal to this position, then we will insert this new number to the current position. Okay, so what we are doing, if we will get this current position is equal to this position, two position, then we are going to insert this new number. Okay, so in the current position I am going to pass this new number. Okay, and now I am going to console this data. Okay, this data, and now I am going to check it is working or not. What happened? Okay, it is throwing error because we will have to write -1 here. You can see here it is taking a next position. Okay, and when it will go to the last position, then it is throwing error that we don't have uh, more data. Okay, so we will have to write -1, so it will execute till 6. Okay, so now I'm going to execute this query again. So you can see here 257 sorry 254777. Okay, we can also start from the end position. Okay, so I is greater than equal to 0, and then here we can use minus minus. Okay, and now I'm going to execute this query. So you can see here 2 5, and in the place of 7 we have 4 here, and then 7 is shifted to the next position, and 8 is shifted to the next position, and then 9, and then 6, and then 7, and a new number is also added. So our query is almost completed, and it is working fine. If you want to add any new number like 6, then you can see here 2566 is added here. Okay, if you want to add another number like 9, so you can see 2599 is added here. And if you want to add on another position, like if you want to add on fourth position 9, then you can see here 9 is added on the fourth position. Okay, so our query is working fine, no issues. Our second question is also completed. Now I'm going to move on third questions. So the third question is to remove, how we can remove any number from array at a specific position. Okay, I'm going to use this array. Okay, you can use any array. Okay, so if we want to remove any number from array, then we have we will have a specific position. Okay, so here we will use position, and then we will have to use any position, like if you want to delete any position data, like I am going to delete this fourth position data. So you can see 0 1 2 3 4, our fourth position data is 9, and if you want to delete this 9 value, then we'll have to create the query. and in the position, current position, I am going to start from this position. Okay, so use this position, so our query will execute from fourth. Okay, and here we will check if the current position is greater than or equal to this position. Okay, that we are going to delete. Okay, so here we will shift all the next data to the current. Okay, suppose we are going to delete this 5. Okay, so we will shift all the data to the previous step. From here the 7 will shift here, 8 will shift here, and 9 will shift here, and 6 will shift here, and 7 will shift to the previous position. Okay, and 5 will disappear from here. So this way we are going to execute. So here we are going to set the condition. So here we will check if the position, okay, in the current position, I am going to save next position. Okay, so the next position will start from the current position. Okay, if we have the current position 5. Okay, so in the place of 5 I am going to shift this next value. Okay, like 7. Okay, and in the place of 7 I am going to shift this 8. So here we will use data I plus 1. Okay, so I am saving the next value to the current position. Okay, okay, now I am going to check this. Now I am going to execute this query. So you can see we have 2 5 7 8 9 6, 2 5 7 8 6 7, 2 5 7 8 6 7, and 9 is removed, and the so we have the position of 4. So 0 1 2 3 4, in the position of 4 9 is removed. You can see from here. Okay, 9 is removed from the array. Okay, if you want to remove any another position data like 0 1 2 7 will be removed. Okay, so you can see 7 is removed from here. Okay, and 3 position is 8. Okay, so you can see 8 is removed from here. Okay, and we have one error, that is in the last index it is showing undefined. So I'm going to remove this undefined. So we will have to use data.length and then -1. So we will remove the last value that is undefined. Okay, so now I'm going to execute this. So you can see undefined is removed from here, and now it's fine. Okay, and our query is running fine, no issues now. So our third question is also completed. Now I am going to move on fourth question. So we have a fourth question. There we have to merge two array. Okay, so suppose we have a array. Okay, like I'm going to take character in the second array. You can also take number. Okay, so here I'm going to take characters. You can also use numbers. So we are going to merge these two array into the single array. Okay, so we will take one more blank array. in this array we will insert both array, okay, data 1 and data 2. So how we can achieve this with for loop? So just I'm going to show you. So inside this for loop, firstly I'm going to use this array, okay, use this array 1, okay, and here I'm going to use this data 3, and in the data 3 position I'm going to add all the data 1 position data, okay, and now I'm going to console this data 3, okay, because we are saving all the data inside data 3, okay. So you can see we have 3 5 6 7 8 9 3 data which is inside data 1, okay. So we have successfully added our data 1 data inside data 3, and now our next step is to save this data 2 also in data 3, okay. So here we will use, similarly we will use data 2, okay, and here and in the data 3 position what we are going to use data 1 dot length, okay, and then we will use I, okay. So what will be the length, and we will increase every time uh, to the length of data 1, okay. So this will provide the length of the data 3, and we can insert the data after this 3, okay, after this 3 3 5 6 7 8 9 3 is the data 1, and after data 1 I'm going to insert data 2 value. So after 3 it will write as gk after 3, okay. So I'm using data 1 dot length. So after this length, okay, after this length I'm increasing the position, okay, I'm increasing the number, okay. So it will calculate that number like 1 2, and then it will save the data 2 value here, and now I'm going to execute this query. So you can see here 3 5 6 8 9 3 3 5 6 8 9 3, and after 3 we are adding sgk, okay. So we have successfully merged two array into the single array, okay. So our fourth question is also completed. Now our fifth question is how we can sort array, okay. Suppose we have this type of array, and we want to sort this array, okay. So firstly I'm going to use for loop here, okay. And to sort this array I'm going to use two loops, okay. I'm going to add one more loop, that will be the nested loop inside this for loop. So here we will use let j equals to 0, and then j is less than data dot length, and then j plus plus, okay. And here we will sort our array, okay. So as we know that we can use a temp variable here, and then here we will use, okay, j. So we are storing this j data, okay, j data inside this temporary variable, and then inside this j I'm going to store next data, okay, j plus 1, okay, current data. Inside the temp value, I am going to store this current data, and in the current data I am saving the next data, okay, and in the next data, I am again saving this temp data, that is the current data, okay. So in the next data I am saving the current data, okay, and now I am going to print this. So here we will use data, okay. So here we can check if data of j is greater than data of j plus 1. So I am checking the current data is greater than the next data, then we will swap, okay, otherwise we will not swap. In the temporary data we are saving the current data, and in the current data we are saving the next data, and in the next data again we are saving this temp data here, okay. So now I'm going to execute this. So you can see here 3 3 5 6 7 8 9, 3 3 5 6 7 8 9. So this is, so our sorting query is also successfully done, it's working fine. Suppose we have a character, okay, like R T P B and then A, okay, and now I'm going to sort this. So you can see A is shifted to the first position, and then B, and then P, R, and then T. So our sorting property is also working fine. Our question 5 is also completed. Now I'm going to move on sixth question. So in the sixth question, I'm going to find the duplicate number from array and calculate how many times it is repeating, okay. So here, so you can see in the array 3 and 3 is repeating, and 5 6 7 8 9, okay. So I'm going to find duplicate number from array and calculate how many times it is repeated, okay. So here we will take one more variable count, okay, and this will be the by default 1, okay, and here we will use for loop. Okay, and inside this for loop I'm going to check, no, firstly I'm going to sort this array, okay. So to sort this array, you can use also this property, but I'm not going to use this property to sort this array. I'm going to use some simple process, okay. So with the help of this sorted array, we will get the sorted array, okay. So here we will use this sorted array, and here I'm going to check this sorted array index is equal to, firstly I'm going to say so what is the result of the sorted array. Okay, so here we will use console.log, and then we will use sorted array. So you can see 3 3 5 6 7 8 9, it is successfully sorting. So I have removed this console, and then now I'm going to work on this loop. Okay, so here I'm going to check this. So you can see we have sorted successfully, and we are getting the sorted array. Okay, now I'm going to check the sorted data I plus 1. Okay, means we are checking the current data, and then the next data will be the same. Okay, so you can see 3 3 is repeating, and they are same, and then 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so if the current data is equal to the next data, okay, so we are going to increase this count to count plus 1. Okay, and if we will not get, okay, if it will not repeat it, then I'm going to console this. Here we can use else condition, and then we can use console.log, and then here and then data will be data of I, and count will be, we can use this count. Okay, and here we will set our count as 1, so it will reset. Okay, and now I'm going to console this data. Okay, sorry, sorted data, and just press save. Then okay, don't need to use this because we are already printing here. Okay, now I'm going to save again. So you can see we are getting this type of data. Okay, in the 3 we can see it is repeating 2 times. Okay, you can see here 3 2 times it is, and 3 is printing 1 times, and the count is 2, and in the 5 it is 1 times, so it is 1, and in the 6 it is 1 times, so it is 1, and then 7 8 9 it is 1 time, so it is printing 1. So this query is also executed successfully. Now our sixth question is also completed. Now I'm going to move on seventh questions. Okay, so in the second questions I'm going to sort our array to ascending or descending. Okay, how we can sort any array to ascending and descending, we will see. Okay, so here we will use, suppose we are using this array. Okay, here so I am using for loop here, and then here I plus plus, and then we will take one more loop here inside this loop, that will be the nested loop, and we will use here j, and j will be the I plus 1. Okay, so means the next position. Okay, this is the current position, and we are targeting to the next position, so we are increasing 1 here, and then we will use data j is less than data dot length and then j plus plus. Okay, and here we will take one more variable new data. Okay, and inside this we will store the position. Okay, every time. So in the new data, firstly we will store this I position, and inside this okay, so here we will check data of j is greater than data of j plus 1, means the current position is greater than the next position. Then we will store the position as j. Okay, and here we will use new data. Okay, if the current position is greater than this position, okay, then we are storing this j position inside this new data. And now I'm going to sort this. Okay, so here we will use let temp equals to data, and then here we will use new data, and that will be the position. Okay, and here we will use data, new data, and then here I'm going to use data I. Okay, and that is this position. Okay, this position data, and inside this position data we will add this temp value. Okay, and now I'm going to console this. Okay, now I'm going to execute this query, so you can see we are getting the data in the descending form. Okay, larger value to smaller value 9876533. So this is the way to get the descending order value from array. And if you want to get ascending value, then you can simply change this okay, angle bracket, and then save this, so you will get the ascending order data 33567889. Okay, this is the descending order and this is the ascending order. Okay, so we have also successfully created this questions. Okay, now I'm going to move on 8th question. Okay, so the 8th question is how we can find even and odd number from array. Okay, so you can use any array here. Okay, I'm using this array. Okay, now I'm going to use for loop here. Let I equals to 0, and then I is less than data dot length, and then I plus plus, and then inside this here we will take one more variable, and okay, inside this variable we will store all the even number and odd number. Okay, so here we will check if the data uh, if data and then write percentage 2 is equal to 0, then it will provide even number. Okay, so here we will use new array and store all the data, and then console this, so we will get all the even numbers. Okay, and just print this new array. And now I'm going to execute this query, so you can see here 6 and 8 is the even number. Okay, Okay, 6 and 8 is the even number. This is the value. And if we want to get the value, this is the index value, okay, and this is the original value 6 and 8. If we want to remove this index, then you can use object dot values here and then pass your new array. So you will get this 6 and 8 is the even number, and if you want to get odd number, then you can assign exclamatory sign here and then execute this, so you will get this odd number. Okay, so we have successfully implemented this questions also. Okay, we have successfully solved this question also. Now I'm going to move on question number 9. So our question number 9 is how to find smallest and largest number from array in specific position. Largest and smallest number from an array in specific position. So in the question number 9, I'm going to use this question number 7. Okay, so just copy this. So you can see when we are getting ascending and descending order, then so firstly I'm going to execute this. Okay, so you can see from this array we are getting ascending order values here. Okay, and if you want to get the descending order, then you can change this to this, so we will get descending order values. And if you want to get the specific position value, means if you want to get the largest number from the specific position, means third largest number a, if you want to get, then we can use this type. Okay, so here we will use data dot, okay, so you can see with this way you can get the third largest number. Okay, if you want third largest number, then you can get third largest number by this way. Okay, like if you want to get fourth largest number, then you can also achieve this. I think my system is hanging, please wait. So if you want to get fourth largest number, then you can achieve this way. You can get any largest number by this way. Okay, and if you want to get smallest number, okay, so just write this and then here data, and like if you want to get the second smallest number, so you will get 3. Okay, second smallest number. So third smallest number is 5. So this way you can achieve largest and smallest number from array in specific position. So this question is also completed. Our question number 9 is also completed. Now I'm going to move on question number 10. So question number 10 is anagram and palindrome. Okay. Firstly, I am going to work on anagram. So what is anagram? So firstly we will see what is anagram. Okay. So here, so in the anagram you can see we have a listen and silent. Okay. All the spellings which is available in listen is available in silent. Okay. So you can create any type of string related to this word. Okay. Suppose we have a heart. Okay, and we have a earth, and the string length will be the same of the anagram. Okay, so heart and earth will be the anagram, and silent, listen, uh, okay, that will be the anagram. You can check on Google. Okay, with this string you can create any type of word here. Okay, so this type of strings called anagram. So I'm going to work on this anagram. So I'm going to create a function here to check either this anagram is correct or not. Okay, so here I'm going to take two parameters, string 1 and 2, and we will check these both values are anagram or not. Okay, so here we will use, firstly I'm going to check the length. Okay, so here string 1 dot length is not equal to string 2 dot length. If they are not equal, then I'm going to return false. Okay, so you can see if the length is not equal, then it is returning false. And now I'm going to control Z, then it is returning here. Okay, so here I'm going to take two for loop. Okay, one for the str1 that will, okay, okay, so we are going to use this two for loop. Here one more variable we will take, that will be let new data. Okay, and then here in the new data I am going to use ch new data ch and then or and then 1 0 and then plus 1. Okay, so we are in the every time for loop will execute when we are going to add this data inside this new data, okay, new data position. So if the data will not get inside this new data, then we are inserting 0, and then we are inserting as +1. Okay, so similarly we will use str2 here, and then here we will use if the if the string is not available inside this new data. Okay, so what we are doing, in the first string I am checking this second string one by one, either it is available in this str1 or not. So here I have saved all the string inside this new data, okay, str1 data, this data inside this new data, and here I am checking this str1 that this word is available inside this new data or not. Okay, so here if it is not available in this string, if these uh, words are not available in here, then we will return false. Okay, so the query will be uh, stop here. Okay, and then here if it is available inside this new data, okay, then I'm going to remove each word from this new data. Okay, so here we will use new data ch and then minus minus, and then here we will use return true after this for loop. And now I'm going to execute this. So here so we are getting this error, and the error will be solved if we will write this curly braces here. Okay, and now I'm going to save this, so you can see it is showing a true, means the anagrams are correct, both strings are correct. Okay, now I'm going to remove this any string and write any another word, then I'm going to execute this, so it will return false. Okay, you can see here now it is true, and now I'm going to change like e. Okay, so it is returning false. Okay, and now I'm going to use another strings. Now you can see it is true, and now I'm going to remove this, so you can see it is false. And now I'm going to change the spelling, so you can see it is false, and now it is true. Okay, so this way anagram works. Okay, now I'm going to show you how we can achieve palindrome. Okay, so what is palindrome? If you will pronunciate from start and the end, they will uh, they will look like same. Okay, so you can see in the level, if we are pronunciation from start and pronunciation from end, okay, then it will be same. Okay, if it will not same, then it will return false. So I'm going to check this type of palindrome. For further details you can search on Google. Okay, here we will use function and firstly I'm going to going to take two position. The first position will be the start position and the second position will be the end position. So from the end and from the start we will check the string is same or not. Okay, so here we will use let start, and start position will be the 0 and then end position will be the length of this data. Okay, this string. Okay, so data dot length minus 1. So with this way we will get the last position, and then here we will use let result equals to true, and then here we will use while loop, and then here we will check if the last position is greater than start position, then it will execute our query. Okay, so here we will use start, and then inside this while loop I'm going to check the start position and end position. Okay, so if it is not equals, then here if they are not equal, then I'm going to set this result to false. Okay, and after this I'm going to execute this start. Okay, and then we will execute also from end, so it will check from start and it will check from end one by one. Okay, and then return result. Okay, a result here. Okay, now I'm going to change this to any another string. Now I'm going to save this, so you can see the last string and the first string is not equal, so it is returning false. Now I'm going to use label. So similarly I'm going to check another palindrome, like, so you can see the start and end string are same, so it is returning true. And now I'm going to check another string, so you can see it is returning false. Now the start and end string are same, and if you will pronunciate from start and end, it will be same, so it will be true. Okay, so this way palindrome works. Okay, so our 10th questions is also completed. Okay, our all questions are completed now, so that's all for this.